Imagine this. The phone rings. You check the caller ID. Maybe it says Harris County Sheriff's Office. Looks legit, right?
Yeah.
So you answer, and there's this voice. Sounds official, calm but firm. Tells you there's a warrant out for your arrest.
Mm-hmm.
Says you missed jury duty. Or maybe you owe some fine you never heard of.
Right. Something that sounds plausible, something that makes your heart jump.
Exactly. And before you can even really process it, they're saying you got to pay up now. Like right this second.
Or you're going to jail. That's the hammer they drop.
Man. And this isn't some, movie plot. This is real life. This is how folks right here in Harris County, good people, even smart people, are losing thousands.
It's devastating, and frankly, it keeps us up because we see it happening over and over again.
Yeah. It's hitting our neighbors, our elders, families, just trying to make it.
It really is.
And that's why we're doing this deep dive today. We got to pull the curtain back on these predatory MoneyPak scams, these fake warrant schemes. They've been hurting our community for way too long.
That's right. Time to shed some light.
Our mission today is simple. It's direct. We're cutting through all the noise, all the confusion. We're going to lay out the scammer's playbook step by step.
So you know exactly what to look for.
Exactly. And arm you listening right now with the knowledge you need. How to spot it, how to stop it, how to report it.
This isn't just about sharing info, though.
No, it's about empowerment. It's about us protecting our own, protecting our community, our people from these thieves stealing our money and our peace of mind.
Yeah, we're tired of it. We're really aggravated.
We are tired of this, and it stops now. It stops with us knowing what's up.
Amen to that. Let's get into it.
Okay, so let's break it down. How do they even start? What's that first move they make to get their foot in the door?
Well, it often starts with something called caller ID spoofing. You think your phone knows who's calling.
Right. Supposed to.
Well, these criminals, they use pretty basic tech like voice over IP services or even just apps to fake the number that shows up on your phone.
So it looks like the sheriff's office is calling, or the jury office.
Exactly. A number you'd recognize and probably trust. Harris County Sheriff, jury services, maybe even a court number.
Wow.
And they don't just stop there. They come prepared. They'll have fake officer names, maybe a badge number they made up, even fake case numbers.
So you pick up, see that official number, hear an officer's name.
Instantly, your guard drops a little. They've built this sense of legitimacy right from the very first second.
Okay, so they've spoofed the number, got a fake name. What's the hook? How do they actually pull you into the scam?
Right. Once they have that fake authority set up, that's when they hit you with the main threat, the panic button.
The warrant. The missed jury duty.
Yeah. You missed jury duty, or you owe these fines, or the big one, there's an active warrant for your arrest right now.
And then comes the pressure.
The kicker is always, pay immediately, or we're sending someone to arrest you.
Man, that hits you right in the gut.
It bypasses rational thought. They're playing on fear, urgency. Psychologists call it, things like cognitive overload. They dump so much official-sounding stuff on you so fast.
Your brain just freezes up.
Kinda. You can't process it critically. You just react. Pure fear. You want to make it go away, clear your name. You don't want trouble.
So the panic set in, your head's spinning. That's when they make the move for the money, right?
Absolutely. Now they've got you where they want you. This is the crucial part.
What do they tell you to do?
They direct you to go withdraw cash. Or, very often, they tell you to go buy MoneyPak cards. Those prepaid cards.
Yeah, I've seen them at CVS, Walgreens.
Right. So you go buy the card, maybe several cards. Then they tell you, scratch off that silver strip on the back.
To get the code?
Exactly. Get that 14-digit number. And then they say, read that number to me over the phone.
And that's it.
That's it. The second you read that code, boom, your money is gone. Instantly transferred to them.
Wow. Untraceable.
Pretty much. It's like digital cash. Clean getaway for the scammers. Your money vanishes.
And sometimes it's not even just over the phone, right? I heard some of these scams get even bolder, like face-to-face.
That's right. It's chilling, but yeah. To make it seem even more legit, some victims are told to meet a quote-unquote bondsman in person.
Seriously? Like, where?
Public places, usually. Parking lots are common. Think about that story, the CVS parking lot near Montrose and Richmond.
Yeah.
And these actors, these con artists, they show up looking the part. They might have fake business cards, maybe a clipboard, sometimes even a uniform shirt.
Playing a role.
Totally. It's all theater, designed to look professional, official. It plays on our tendency to trust people who look like they're in charge, especially when we're already scared and anxious.
Man. And there's one more tactic they use, isn't there? Something about keeping you isolated.
Oh, yeah. That's critical for them, the isolation technique.
What does that involve?
They tell you straight up, do not talk to anyone else about this. Stay on the phone with me. Because they know if you hang up, if you talk to a friend or your spouse, or, crucially, if you call the real police or the real court,
The scam falls apart.
instantly. So they keep you on the line, keep you in that bubble of fear they created. They control the situation by controlling who you talk to. It's truly wicked, that level of manipulation.
Okay, so we see how they run the scam, but how do they get your information in the first place? How do they make it sound so personal, so believable? What's the secret to their credibility?
That's a really important piece, isn't it? It's not just the phone spoofing. They dig up personal details about you.
From where?
A lot of it is public record stuff, believe it or not. Jury rolls, for instance, can sometimes list names. They scrape info from social media, things you post without thinking.
Like your job or where you live?
Maybe not your exact address, but maybe your neighborhood, places you check in. Then there are data brokers, companies whose whole business is collecting and selling our information. And what's really scary is how they put these little pieces together. Maybe they know your name. Maybe they know roughly where you work.
They can even replay old calls.
Sometimes, yeah. If you call a real agency before for something unrelated, they might somehow access recordings or notes to get details. It makes the scam feel incredibly tailored to you.
Like they actually know you. That adds a whole other layer of pressure.
It really does. It makes you think, wow, this must be real if they know that about me.
And how they talk to you.
Yeah.
It's not like they're yelling or anything, right?
Not usually, no. Their script is usually calm, confident, totally persistent. They sound professional, authoritative.
And they stay on the line.
Often, yes. They'll stay on the phone with the victim through the whole process, telling them where to go, what to buy, right up until they read that code.
Wow, that constant pressure.
It's deliberate. It's psychological manipulation to keep you under their control, stop you from pausing, thinking clearly, or calling someone else. It just highlights how vulnerable our information can make us. Public data, our own online habits, weaponized.
Man. And this isn't just theory. This stuff has real devastating consequences for people in our community. Let's talk about John.
Yeah, that story. It's rough. A Houston warehouse employee, just a regular guy trying to work hard,
And he lost $8,000. How did it happen to him?
got that call. Sounded like the Harris County Sheriff's Office. Told him there was a warrant for missing federal jury duty.
Okay.
Then they transferred him, supposedly, between different officers, made him believe he was dealing with a real bail bond company, ASE bail bonding, they called it.
A fake company.
Totally fake. They told him he could avoid arrest if he paid a cash bond through them.
And they told him where to go.
Exactly. Instructions were specific. Go meet a bondsman in that CVS parking lot, Montrose and Richmond, hand over the cash.
$8,000
And
in cash in a parking lot.
John, he was scared. He wanted to do the right thing, stay out of jail, so he did it, paid the $8,000.
When did he realize?
Only later, he tried to email the business. The email bounced back. He reported what happened to the person still on the phone.
And they hung up.
They hung up. That's when it hit him. He even said later, looking back, he could see the red flags, but in the panic, you just don't see it.
That is heartbreaking. And it just makes you so angry.
And he's not the only one. There was that mother of two. Lost $12,000.
$12,000.
Same kind of setup. A different parking garage handoff. These aren't isolated things. These scammers are deliberately targeting good, honest people, law-abiding citizens whose biggest fear is getting in trouble with the law.
They exploit that fear. And that's why we feel this aggravation, this anger. It's our community being hit.
Exactly. Our people.
Okay, so let's talk about the tool they use. Why MoneyPak? What is it about these specific cards that makes them so perfect for these scams?
Well, MoneyPak and similar prepaid cards, they're kind of tailor-made for this, unfortunately. You buy them with cash.
Right, in stores.
Okay.
Usually $20 to $500 increments plus a fee.
Yeah. But the absolute key, the thing that makes them so dangerous in these scams is how the money transfers.
The code.
That 14-digit code. Once you give that number to the scammer over the phone, the money is loaded onto their account or card instantly.
And there's no getting it back, like with a credit card chargeback or something.
Nope. It's not like a bank transfer. It's essentially digital cash. Once it's sent using that code, it's gone. Untraceable back to you.
No paper trail.
Very little. And there aren't the same kind of, know your customer rules, KYC, or anti-money laundering regulations that banks have. It makes it easy for criminals to hide.
It's infuriating that this loophole exists and is used to hurt people like this.
It really is. Even Green Dot, the company that makes MoneyPak, they put warnings right on the card.
What do they say?
Stuff like, do not share codes with anyone. They say very clearly that refunds aren't possible once the code is used.
But the scammers just tell people to ignore that, scratch it off, read the number.
Exactly. They know the system, they know it leaves the victim totally exposed with no way to recover the funds. It's a system that, frankly, enables this kind of harm in our communities.
And as people trying to look out for our community, seeing this it boils your blood.
It does. We feel a duty to call this out, to expose how it works. We are deeply aggravated, deeply angry that this keeps happening to our people.
Right. That anger, that righteous frustration, that's the fuel. We know what they're doing. Now, let's turn that knowledge into power. What is your defense? How do you protect yourself, protect your family, protect your community?
Okay, first thing. Number one, most important step.
What is it?
Hang up. Just hang up the phone immediately.
Any call demanding money right now for a warrant or miss jury duty, especially if they mention gift cards or MoneyPak.
It's a scam, 100%. Don't argue, don't explain. Just hang up.
Okay, hang up. What next? Let's say you're worried maybe there is an issue.
Okay, critical point here. Never, ever trust a phone number the caller gives you. Don't call them back on that number. That's part of the trick.
So what do?
You verify independently, you find the official number, look it up yourself on the official government website.
So for Harris County.
For the Harris County Sheriff's Office, the real number is 713-221-6000.
Got it. 713-221-6000.
And for the Harris County Jury Office, it's 713-755-6392.
713-755-6392. Call those numbers directly if you have any doubt.
Yes. And remember this for Harris County, Texas. A real warrant isn't served over the phone with a demand for MoneyPak. Real warrants come via certified mail or are served in person by actual deputies. There's a legal process.
And this is the big one, maybe the absolute giveaway. Never, ever use MoneyPak or gift cards for any official government business.
Absolutely non-negotiable. No legitimate agency, not the police, not the courts, not the IRS, will ever ask you to pay fines or warrants using MoneyPak, Green Dot, Apple gift cards, any of that stuff.
That's your giant red flag waving right there.
Yeah.
If they ask for that, it's a scam. End of story.
End of story. Another thing we always tell people, pause and consult.
Meaning?
If you get a call like this and you feel pressured, confused, scared, take a breath. Just pause. Don't act immediately.
Get off the phone first, right?
Hang up. Then call someone you trust. A friend, a family member, maybe even your bank. Talk it through with someone outside that pressure bubble the scammer created.
Break the isolation.
Exactly. Scammers hate that. They want you alone and scared. Talking to someone can break the spell, let you see clearly. It's like using your street smarts pause before you make a move.
That makes sense. What about being proactive? Things people can do before they even get a call?
Yeah, proactive defense is smart. First, check your social media privacy settings. Be really mindful of what you're sharing publicly. Little details add up.
Like check-ins or job info?
Stuff like that. Also, you can try to opt out of some data brokers, though that can be a hassle. More importantly, use strong, unique passwords for online accounts.
And that two-factor thing.
Multi-factor authentication, MFA. Yes. Use it wherever possible. That text code you get after your password, that makes it way harder for criminals to get into your accounts, even if they have your password. It's an extra lock on your digital door.
Good advice. Okay, so let's say the worst happens. Someone gets targeted, maybe even loses money.
Yeah.
What do they do immediately?
Okay, first, don't feel ashamed. These guys are pros. Report it right away.
To who?
File a report with the Harris County Sheriff's Office. Your information helps them track these crews.
Okay, Sheriff's Office.
Also report it to Green Dot. They have a security section on their website, moneypak.com/security.
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 Got it.
And report it to the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC. They track scam patterns nationwide.
FTC. Okay, what if money was actually lost?
Call your bank immediately. If you used a debit or credit card for anything related, like buying the MoneyPaks, report the fraud. You might need to freeze your credit reports, too, just in case.
And take care of yourself emotionally, too, right?
Absolutely. Talk to someone. It's a violation. It's stressful. You're not alone, and it wasn't your fault. These criminals are experts at manipulation.
Right. Okay, let's pull this all together. Key takeaways from this deep dive. What do people absolutely need to remember?
Number one, scammers use fear. Fake warrants, fake jury duty calls, fake bail bond demands, all designed to make you panic and act fast.
Number two, they use tricks to look real. Spoofed phone numbers, real founding names, info they scraped about you, scripts that sound official.
Number three, MoneyPak, Green Dot, gift cards. Those codes are like cash. Once you give them the number, your money is gone instantly. Untraceable, that's why they demand it.
And number 4, anyone can be targeted. Smart people, careful people. It happens. Knowing the signs is your best defense. Have those street smarts ready.
It's not about being weak, it's about being human. And these predators exploit our basic instincts, like wanting to follow the law.
So here's something to think about as we wrap up. We live in a world where our information, our trust, is constantly under attack. How do we move beyond just defending ourselves one by one?
Yeah, how do we build something bigger, like a community shield?
A network of vigilance where we look out for each other, share this knowledge, and make Harris County a place these scammers know not to mess with. How do we turn this shared frustration, this anger, into real power?
That's the goal. We are absolutely tired of our community being the target. We're tired of our people being preyed upon like this.
Enough is enough.
If you're ready to stand up, if you want to educate yourself so you can protect yourself and empower your community, if you're ready to get equipped with the knowledge to take your future back,
You need to visit legal-gangsta.com.
that's legal-gangsta.com.
One more time, legal-gangsta.com. Go there. Get informed. Get empowered.
Taking action starts right now. Don't wait until that call comes.
The power to protect your peace, protect your family, protect your hard-earned money.
Yeah.
It really is in your hands. Use it.
Harris County officials warning our community tonight about people posing as county employees, making calls about not showing up for jury duty. One Houston man says that he got a call and now he is out of thousands of dollars. Our Mo Hyder is live in the newsroom with more on this story. Hi, Mo.
Hey there, Mara. That's about $8,000 to be exact after what he said felt like a legitimate call. He tells me that person on the phone had all his personal information, like his address, and even provided what turned out to be fake case numbers. And that's part of the reason he didn't want to be seen on camera. I spoke to him a few hours ago. Here's what he told me. He said he was called by a person who he believes was posing as a Harris County Sheriff's Office employee, that there was an arrest warrant out for him because he didn't show up to jury duty for a federal case. He then said the imposter told him he'd be off the hook if he paid cash surety bond through a business they connected him with. After being told to hand off the cash to a bondsman in a CVS parking lot near Montrose and Richmond, he sent an email to that business and it bounced back. He also says a person said that they were with the bond office left the area at the same time. When he reported that over the phone to the person he believes was posing as a county employee, he said they hung up on him. That's the moment he says he realized none of this was real.
All seemed very legitimate, and in kind of a state of panic of wanting to stay out of jail, I didn't recognize any of the red flags that in hindsight were there.
We also found out from that area that that business is called ASAP Bail Bonds. That's right here in Houston. And that man we spoke with earlier who didn't want to be seen on camera showed us a business card that had a fake email on it. That same man I spoke with tracked down the actual email and reported to the business owner of what happened. We also spoke to the owners ourselves. He said in that industry, they do not conduct business this way.
The industry doesn't operate like that. If anybody ever contact you and tell you have a warrant and pay this amount of money and everything will be okay, that's not how it works. My advice to anybody would be contact Harris County. You can always call to find out if you do have a warrant. You can contact the police department. There's many ways. And if it is a bail bond company, I would suggest calling the office number, not any card somebody gives to you.
We also spoke with several legal experts here in the Houston area. They do say if you do get a call about jury duty and someone is demanding money, that call is not going to be real. In the newsroom, Mo Hyder, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.